So we have to find out smallest 6-digit number, that is a perfect square. So we have two conditions, smallest digit number and it should be a perfect square. Okay, so the most eligible candidate here is this 6-digit number because it's the smallest 6-digit number. So if it is a perfect square also, then we'll get our answer, no? But you know it's not a perfect square because it's actually equals to 10 raised to power 5 and 10 raised to power 5 is 2 raised to power 5 into 5 raised to power 5, and it's not a perfect square because the power of 2 is odd and the power of 5 is odd. But anyways, let's find out the square root. Although it's not a perfect square, but still we need finding out for some purpose. Here, this is 3 3s are. So we have to find out the pairs, and then 3 3s are 9. You are already familiar with this method. We have done lots of sums. So this is 100 here. Now we have to double 3, which is actually equals to 6, and then it will come like 61 into 61, and 100 minus 61. This is going to be 10 minus 1 9, and it's going to be 9 minus 6, which is 3. And then we'll copy one more this, and now we have to double 31, which is this. Now we have to think of this and we'll try, and we'll get to know this is 626 into 6. Okay, this come out to be 6. Sorry. This one. This is coming out to be this one, and this is 10 minus 6 4. This is 9 minus 5 4, and this is 8 minus 7, which is 1. Now we tried finding out the square root and we got a remainder. Okay, that means it's not a perfect square, because if it would be a perfect square we would have remainder 0, and we already knew that it's not a perfect square. Okay, so the reason is reason why did we find out its square root when we already knew that it's not a perfect square is that because by doing this process we can find out a perfect square which is before this number and after this number. Okay, before this number and after this number. Okay, so how come that? See, this is the smallest one 6-digit number, no? This is the smallest 6-digit number. Any number, so this is the smallest digit number which is a perfect square, and its square root is 316 point something, no? 316 point something. Okay, that means this number lies between 316 square and 317 square. So its square root is 316 point something, because if we continue it, it's going to be in points as it is not a perfect square. So its square root lies between this and this. Okay, and as it is a smallest 6-digit number, so this number is going to be a greatest 5-digit number, that is a perfect square, and this is going to be a smallest 6-digit number, that is a perfect square. Why? Because it is actually between the two perfect square. Okay, it is actually between the two perfect square, which is 316 square and 317 square. Okay, so the perfect square preceding this is this, agree, and the perfect square succeeding this is this one thing. Okay, and there is no more perfect square between this number and that number, no? If you know which number is this? Okay, whose root is 316? Whose root is 316? If this number would not have 144, okay, we did not divide this yet. 316 is still this point. So whose root is 316? Actually, this is the root of 10 minus 4 6, 9 minus 4 5, and then 9 minus 1 8, So this number is actually 99856. Okay, this number is this. 316 square is this, and then next perfect square gonna be, first perfect square is this, the next perfect square succeeding is gonna be the square of this. Got it? One thing. Second thing, this is a 5-digit number. Obviously it has to be a 5-digit because this is the smallest 6-digit number, and the next perfect square immediate after this is this one, and there is no more perfect square which is gonna be between this and this. Okay. Because they are two consecutive perfect squares. So this is gonna be a greatest 5-digit number which is a perfect square, and here it's gonna be a smallest 6-digit number which is a perfect square. So this is how, I did not show you a perfect method, I just tried focusing on the logics. Once you are clear up with all of this, then you can do your work. Otherwise, if you have some queries, you can ask me.